Hi, folks. I'm Mike, and I hope you're well. And welcome to this giveaway announcing the 8 winners for the 8DO Emotional Guitars giveaway that I'm doing. Now, I must say, before we get started, to anybody in the chat, a bunch of new things happening here this evening. It's evening time for me, by the way. A whole load of new technical things happening with my sound, with my vision, with all kinds of in the live chat that you can definitely hear me, see me, all of that kind of stuff. And I'll be most grateful if you would give me that feedback. Hello to the people in the chat. If you're arriving in the chat at all, then make sure you say hi and let me know where you're from. I can see we've got a few people here all weeks there from the UK. G'day, John. Nice to see you in there. We also have Kelvin here from Williamson. Not sure where that's from. Showing my ignorance already. I know we have Keith Sixstring from the wet and windy UK. I'm sorry. And also we have Brian there. G'day, Brian, from Ontario. It wouldn't be a live show for me without somebody from Canada. From Canada. Always nice to see you guys here. Also very nice to see someone saying good day. Do I see a I hope so. And always nice to see people from India as well. People from all over the world coming together to see if they can get some free stuff who entered for this giveaway. It really is an awesome library. I didn't go into much detail at all in the 8DO as a company, but of course, if you go to their website and check it out, they make a whole slew, and they're very well known sounds for contact, especially for sort of cinematic stuff. I think they particularly excel in that kind. Definitely check out their other stuff as well, of course, as these ones here. Now, talking about 8DO, before we do get stuck in, I do, and it's a really heartfelt thanks on this occasion, because only just a few days ago, I think going back to Friday now, I was just getting the licenses ready for you guys so that I can get them to you as soon as possible. And they were mentioning to me, and I'd seen on the news, where they're based, there's a whole bunch of wildfires going on at the moment. And down here in Australia, we call them bushfires, whatever you call them. And they're really having a bad run of it, as they often do in California this time of year. And they were mentioning to me, by the 8DO headquarters was surrounded on all sides by fire, and they were having to evacuate. And I just wanted them to be safe and well, but they did in fact get me the codes amongst all of that. So, folks, people have really get these codes for you. And I don't mean to joke about it. I honestly hope that they're all very safe and well. Now, I'm not going to be spending a bit of time chatting about a few different things tonight, but we will be picking some winners throughout the course of the show, because we do have 8 winners to pick. In fact, do that by using this little app on my iPad. I hope this technology is going to work. I'm going to bring it up here because we're going to pick one of the winners right away. Move that's one moment for just a little bit of a thing to do there. There we go. That's better, isn't it? So let's go ahead and pick the first winner. I must, if you're in the chat there, I'm wishing you lots and lots of luck. Let's go ahead and pick the first winner. I'll press this. You should see it on your screen. So the first, yes, I love this name. My goodness. Okay, here we go. My dyslexic side is going to come out now. Rick Rocky YouTube. Rick Rocky YouTube. What a great name. Congratulations to Rick Rocky YouTube. Now, to all of the people, if your name comes up on the screen, whether that's a YouTube name or whether it's your Facebook name or your Twitter account, if that comes up and you're one of the winners, then you have to go ahead and contact me, email address. I'll pop that up on the screen for you right now. That's this email address right here. Send me an email to confirm that you've seen this. I will sort your codes out for you. So we have our first winner picked already. If anyone's been on these shows with me before, you know it's a little bit unusual to get going but we've got a lot to get through. I just want to quickly go back to one of the comments that I've seen here, and this is from Rod Douglas. Hi, I'm watching from Fair, from the Isle of Wight. You're old stomping around. Absolutely, Rod. I must have mentioned that in a previous show, and been to Fareham a few times. I'm trying to think what's famous at Fareham. Is it an air show? I think there's a Fareham air show, if my memory serves me correctly. I could be wrong about that. Hope I'm right. That would be cool. So anyways, as I say, big thanks to 8DO for making these licenses available, and do check out their other stuff. I also want to put links to some other very special people, and those are some of the people that have donated to my channel via my PayPal Me links in the last few or so, or since the last show. So I'm just going to give a bit of a shout out to those guys. I'll just pop that up on the screen there now. Just want to thank these guys. The contributions that you do make a big difference for my ability to keep moving on with this channel. It is a really full-time job for me. Every moment of every day is taken up with something to do with Creator Source, and I absolutely love it. But as you folks know, it does sometimes take money to run things. So when people do make contributions like this, it does mean the absolute world to me. So thank you to you guys for doing that. And if you would like to make a contribution, you can check out this link, which is in the description down below. That's my PayPal Me link. So enough of all that stuff. Let's move on here and go for our second winner. Here we go. I hope it's someone in the comments. I've got my fingers crossed. Who could it be? Les Ryder, Pad Whelan, any of those guys in the comments. They're hoping it's going to be for you. I'm going to pull up the screen here and check out who our next winner is. Winner number 2 is Stephen Presley. Do we have to be in the chat at all? If you are, then let yourself be known to us. We'd love to hear from an actual winner tonight. Also remember to leave a comment below if you're watching the show afterwards here. You're watching the what do they call that? The rerun of the show. I don't know. My words are waddled for some reason. Let's push on here. Over the last few days, I've got a lot of comments about my finger situation, because you will have seen in my community tab a little post where I actually ended up in hospital. Well, I think, when was that? Sunday night. It's now night here. So a lot of people have been asking about that, and I did promise that I would tell the whole story in the show today. And there's some lessons to be learned from this, really. I'm just going to show you my finger. This is not the rude finger, by the way. You'll see that there's a little band-aid on there. Doesn't look like much, does it? Well, it turned out something that did put me in hospital. So I've got some videos coming up which involve me playing quite a bit of guitar. So I thought I'd get ahead and I would film some of these guitar parts that I was playing. Now, there's a couple of things to understand here. First of all, if you're a guitarist, then you know that any fingernail which is too long on either hand can be really, really irritating. Now, the other thing to know is that when I'm recording, I mean, it looks simple, I guess, from your side of the camera, but often I'm coming in with lights on either side, with things on stands, and I'm kind of stuck in that position, So anyway, I'm playing this guitar parting. Okay, that nail's a little bit long. Now, many years ago, I did actually have a little bit of a problem with chewing my nails as a bit of habit. I don't do that anymore. But for many years, I did. It was sort of a difficult habit to kick, but I don't do that so much anymore. But I was sitting there, pinned in. I thought, I've just got to get rid of this little bit of nail. So what did I do? I chewed that little corner of nail off on my finger. And just as I did it, I thought, oh, a little bit too far there. But anyway, there you go. So carried on. And the video, I have to say, looks lovely. And I managed to play but the next day I looked at it and I thought, looking a little bit sore. Went down to the chemist to get some ointments for it, and the chemist said to me, if in the next few hours that gets a bit red, as it already was, you probably need to get some antibiotics, go to the doctor. So I thought, okay. Now, a little bit more backstory. Last few days, or over the last week or so, me and other members of the family have been suffering from cold and flu symptoms. Also, those are COVID symptoms as well. So I started to make an appointment to see the doctor for my finger, and I couldn't get an appointment to go and see my regular doctor because they won't see anyone who's got COVID-like symptoms. So I actually tried my regular doctor. I tried 3 or 4 other doctors, couldn't get into any doctors. Meanwhile, the finger was getting a lot worse. So I ended up having to go to the emergency department. I know it's pathetic. Going to the emergency department for quite a while. And as it was worse, and I really did need something for it, they were great down there. So a bit of a shout out to Midland Hospital here in WA. Who, I mean, despite the fact I really had no right to be in an emergency department, they treated me very, very well. But I was there for quite a while because I wasn't, as an emergency as such. Whilst I was there in the waiting room, I have to say, don't do this if you go to the emergency department and you're reasonably well, but you're going to be waiting. Don't actually sit and then start to Google your symptoms, because I started to come across some cases of people who had chewed a little bit off their fingernail. It had become infected, and if it had gone too far, some of them had ended up having parts of their finger amputated. Ouch! Don't want that to happen to me. So yeah, if you're a guitar player, don't be doing that. Get the nail clippers out. Take your time. Crawl out from under the cameras and what have you, and make sure that you. One moment. Yeah, just make sure you do the same as I did. Now, let me know, just to make me feel a little bit better, if you've got any stories of how you've ended up in hospital for really silly reasons. Let me know all about that, and I'd love to hear about it, because it would make me feel better about my rather ridiculous story about ending up in hospital. But I'm very well now, and by the way, test for COVID, which was clear. I got the clear result today for that. So I'm absolutely fine, with a bit of a hurty, still really sore under that little plaster there. I don't think I'm going to get any sympathy. I'll move on and pick the next. I know, quite a public service announcement. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the next winner. So this is going to be winner 3. Let's go ahead, bring that up. Good luck to everyone in the chat there. Winner number 3 is G. Brown. So if you're in the chat, say hi to us. But you are the winner. And don't forget that if you are one of the winners picked today, then make sure you go ahead, email me at the address that we can see on the screen right now. I'd love to hear from you and get you sorted out with your licenses for the 8D emotional guitars. So moving on. What have I got next on my agenda? Let's just have a look here. Hi to all the people in the chat there. Good day to who have we got here? Brian Cherry. Yeah, that was a great public service announcement, Brian. If you're a guitar player, especially, heed my warning there. I'm moving on. Santiago Barcelo says, glad you're okay. I was always going to be okay, but thank you so much, my friend. Yep. Last day at work, finger damaged guitarist went on to earn 100. Yes, indeed. And hello, Keith. Nice to see you here. You've only missed 3 people being picked so far. So your name hasn't come up yet, Keith, but I've got you, as it were. All right, so moving on. What have I else got on my agenda here? Oh, yeah, so one of the things I want to mention, it's been days, but it actually happens in general. It's just I've kind of got my act together. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. Do tell me about your releases. I've got a couple to mention for you here. These are people that are fans of the channel who watch us, and they've let me know about some of their own music that's been released. I've put links to a couple of videos of theirs down in the you can check out after you've watched the live show. But I do want to try and highlight some music. So if you've got some music that you've got released, let other people know about it, then do email me with the details about that. But the 2 I'd like to mention tonight is first of all, some of my viewers, and his name is Robert. Let me just get his name right. I think it's Robert Navalis. Okay, I think he's got a track called Angry Child, which I have put a link for in the description. It's a really sort of awesome blues rock kind of track. Really faultless in terms of its production. I thought it was very, very good indeed, Robert. Really great playing, great singing as well. So check out that link, guys. Also, another one I want to mention, and sometimes I just don't think it gets enough exposure, this kind of electronic music. There's no vocals on this particular track, called Laughter with Knives, and the track is called Obstruction. That is very, very well produced. I was listening to that again today and really, really enjoyed almost kind of like a soundscape of music. Really nice production. So well done to those guys. Now, Laughter produced that track after watching my series. What's my series called? Record, Mix, Release. And so it was really nice to know, watch that series, get a lot from it, and then actually go ahead and release their own music. So if you haven't watched that series, definitely check it out, because in that series, absolute scratch with a blank canvas, using Cakewalk, and I recorded the song, I mixed the song, I the process of actually releasing the song as well. So definitely go ahead and send me your tracks if you'd like me to try and help you. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and do pick number 4. I think we're on at the moment. So let's go ahead. Yes, number 4. So fingers crossed for everyone in the live chat. Nice to see a few people are arriving. We've got people here, by the way, just to stall. From the Philippines, nice to see you. Nice photo of that holding the guitar there. Also, somebody else holding guitars. It must be guitar holding night. And there's Tremendous in there. It's nice to see you in here as well. So, yes, Brian, I think it's 4. My numbers on my app here are saying that I've picked 3 already. So this will be number 4. Okay. I hope I'm right. I really do. One moment. Press the technology. Off we go. So this is number 4. I cannot pronounce this surname. I'm going to give it it's Long Nguyen, okay, because I think there's a kind of a silent G in there. Let me know if I'm right about that, guys. Sometimes about things. Oh dear. Congratulations to you. Also, remember to email me. Let me know you're one of the winners, and I will go ahead licenses for you. So moving on, I did ask, and I was a bit not very well organized about this, but I did ask whether anybody for me to answer during today's show, unrelated to the actual giveaway itself. And I did get a nice question actually from Jimmy. I think Jimmy is a Cakewalk user, if I'm not mistaken. He said, "Hi Mike, I often have tracks which have programmed through the length of the song. These tracks I mute and unmute as I need. If I try to duck a rhythm it comes in, it doesn't work because the compressor is hearing the lead regardless of whether it's muted or not. I could go through and delete all the lead, but I would rather not. Is there any other way around it?" Now, as I say, I'm going to answer this as if you do use Cakewalk, Jimmy, which I'm pretty sure you do. So what, and it may be related to a recent video I did, which was about sidechain compression, and sometimes the technique where we use the source of one instrument for the compressor to listen to and then determine via the threshold what starts it to compression. Depending on the first instrument, we compress the second instrument. I didn't explain that particularly well, but I explain it much better in the video. I promise. It's just a really simple answer for this. So when you're muting your lead guitar, it's on the rhythm guitar, which is the thing that you actually want to duck. And that is because you have to make sure you have the post or pre or post from the send, okay? So what I think you've got at the moment is you have it set, your post setting set means that, let me get this right because I say it wrong, is it means that it's taking the signal to affect the compressor. What you actually need to do is set that post on so that the fader is affecting the compressor. Sound of the lead guitar is affecting the compressor. Now in Cakewalk, and this isn't the same in all DAWs, the mute also affects that as well. So when you're mute, stop sending a signal to the compressor. So just make sure that your post is set to on, and I think your problem will be fixed. I hope that's an important feature for all of you, regardless of what DAW you're using. Often there will be a pre and post fader setting for static effect on what's happening with your sends, depending on where you're sending to and what you're doing with it. So as with everything in your DAW, standing it inside out, all routing things in your DAW are really worth understanding. And that is one of the things that people sometimes miss. Had a great job of explaining that, but we'll move on anyway to pick number 5. Number 5, let's go ahead. Moving swiftly. Had anyone at all in the live chat win? Yeah, I'm a little bit upset. Here we go. Picking the number 5 now. Okay, so winner number 5 is Gopal Kamath. Congratulations, Gopal. I hope I've pronounced it correctly. I would really, really like to make sure that I get people's names right as often as I can. I often don't. I'm terrible at it. Oh, there you go. Anyway, so there is the pick number 5. Moving on here, I just want to give you a little bit of is also lagging on your device. I am lagging a little bit probably. So moving on, I just want to talk at the next picks a little bit about some channel news here and there. One of the things that's coming up, and I have been talking about it for a while now, and that is the fact that I will be releasing my Patreon account soon. It's all organized. It's all a couple of reasons why I want to sync it up with some other videos that I'm doing, which are going to have some features away which Patreon people can take part of. Now, I've tried to make I'm not going to be changing anything about what I already give you guys. There's nothing that I provide already which is suddenly going to be something which is in Patreon, and you have just providing a few extra things. I'm doing a bunch of really cheaply priced Patreon accounts. There's nothing very expensive in asking me about it, and I finally got my act together and done it. So that will be coming in around about a week's tiding with a video I've got coming, another Sontronics microphone video. I've recorded a whole song with Susie using the song I've got here. I think they're really, really gorgeous mics. So I'll be releasing that in about a week, and you'll see when you see the video why I'm Patreon launch. So that's one of the things that's coming. Somebody's asking me if I can recap. Can I recap? Don't recap who the winners are so far. I don't have that at my fingertips. I will have to run through the video myself afterwards and double check who they were. I've got a screen on my iPad at the moment. Sorry about that. Thank you so much to Charlie, who's made a donation there from Sweden. That Charlie, very, very much, my friend. As I said earlier, people who make donations make the world of difference for me. It enables me to push on and hopefully good content for you guys. This is exactly the same time as you announced pick number 5. I noticed that as I was doing. I wasn't picking my nose. I was scratching my nose. I will your motion. I'm not that gross. I know I do bite my fingernails and get myself into trouble. It's absolutely true. Okay, so moving on to pick number 6. Pick number 6 on the screen here. Oh dear, I can't help but feel that this live show's gone a little bit astray here and there. Anyway. The winner for number 6 is Nashi Music 2. I don't think we've seen Nashi Music 2 the live stream here tonight. I really wish we had. I'd love to see someone who's in the live stream. We've got 2 more to pick. Come on, guys. Come on. Brian, you're making me crack up laughing here with your comments. Stop it. Calm down. Congratulations to Nashi there. I hope you enjoy that. Do remember, of course, Nashi, to make sure that you email me at the address that you can see. Can't drive that one home quite enough. So moving on a little bit about some news. This is really just a question for you guys. I'm going to put it out there. It's now, or if you're watching the replay, then just answer in the comments there. I have a video coming up very, very soon about microphones. And this is always an interesting topic. I have an opinion about it, which I will be giving in that video, and I may even be looking at some different ways as well. I want to know, do you use headphones to mix? Do you think you've successfully and also, which headphones do you use? Which are your favorite headphones to use for mixing? Just let me know. I'm just very, very interested to know a video. And or what if you don't have your favorites yet, which ones would be your favorite? Which headphones would you looking for? Just let me know in the chat there. Always interested to hear your opinions. And as I say, I'll be giving my opinion in an upcoming video that will be coming out really, really soon. As I say, an often debated topic, which I will happily put my opinion to. So moving on, Evan, we're moving on really quick tonight. It's very unusual for me to go quick. Pick number 7. We are there like so. So let's hope, fingers crossed. Pick. I'm just going to scratch my nose, okay? Just scratching my nose, okay? Pick number 7 is Michael L. Castle. Thankfully, a name that I can really easily say. Congratulations, Michael. You are our 7th winner so far. So I'm very happy for you. And as I say, make sure that you do email me at the address that you can see on the screen right now. So moving on, I see we've already got some comment there. It's always a subject that people do have opinions on. Let's just go through them there. CCJ Music. I always use headphones. Biodynamic DT 770 Pros. In fact, I think I've got some over here. These really are some of my favorite headphones. I've got too many of them. Let me know if you think I should give some away. What do I think your answer will be? There's a lot of biodynamic coming up there. Oh, I haven't actually tried the DT 880 Mimo Japan. I have I'm a bit late to the party. The other ones are 990s, and I've just had some arrive in the post today. They're open back, of course. So the 770s, which I really like, are closed back. And I do prefer open back for more. Makes you feel a little bit more free and easy. Anyway. Okay. I don't quite understand this question. Which value you reach out after 1 hour latency monitor with your audio machine and dies? I'm really sorry, Rob. I don't quite understand the question. So I'll have to leave that one. Perhaps if you can rephrase it, I'll give it a anyway. Somebody's given an opinion here. Mikey Wikey, I have and never will mix with too old in the tooth, Steve. Well, you never know. I might share your opinion. Talked about mixing with headphones, haven't I? So I've sort of given it away a little bit, but there you go. Do I approve of I haven't actually tried them, I have to say. I've got a couple of pairs of AKG headphones. I've got some which I really do like, which is the and I've got some other ones as well, which again have just arrived in the post. I haven't tried them out yet, so this joint I need to try out. They'll all be coming up. So moving on, I think we're actually going to go ahead. Number 8. Oh, I almost forgot. The other thing I want to hear about from you guys, just let me know in the comments now on the replay. I have quite an interesting video coming up for me, which is about ribbon. We spend a lot of time on these channels talking about condenser mics and dynamic mics, not so much about ribbon mics. And it's probably something that lots of you have wondered about. And to be honest with you, I have not had an awful lot of experience with ribbon mics. So somebody has sent me some to try out. So I'm going to be giving them a try out, both on acoustic guitar and also miking up some guitar. Have you used ribbon mics at all? Do you often use ribbon mics? If you do, which ones do you favor? Which ones would you like to hear about? It's one of the ones that has arrived for me in the post for me to try out. Never know. But really looking forward to trying out some ribbon mics and comparing really what I get from them compared to condenser and dynamic microphones. So yeah. So moving on, as I did promise, number 8 now. It's drawing towards the end of the show. I feel it's been a little haphazard. I've been a bit distracted by a few things going on here. There's lots of technical. I gather there's been a little bit of lag during the show. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's something that I don't have a lot of control over. I think hopefully the camera quality's improved a lot more than it was before. But the internet still is a bit up and down. It used to be. But thank you so much for joining me, everybody, in the live chat. It's been great to hear from you all. Do make sure you answer my questions about the and the ribbon microphones. I'd love to hear about that. Oh, also 12-string, so you can set it up for left and right hand guitars. Yes, indeed, up on the screen. Indeed. I've got a 12-string that you can see sitting in the background there. This is an old Yamaha, pretty old Yamaha. This is one of those lucky moments you get where I picked this up in a yard sale for I think it was about $70. Honestly, the strings on it cost me that half of that again, around about 35. But I did chuck some Elixir strings on there, and that made the world of difference to the sound of this guitar. Really great, the Yamaha 12 strings. I digress. I'm stretching it out a little bit. Come on, let's choose the last one then. Let's choose the last one. Number 8. Let's bring it up on the screen. Got my fingers crossed. I've got my toes crossed. I'm scratching my lucky nose on both sides for you. I wasn't picking it. Just scratch. Here we go. Let's pick the last one. I'll just get rid of Michael there. Here we go. I was going to do a drum roll, but I don't have a drum handy. You can hear my fingers rolling on my desk here. Here we go. The final one is Raul Antonio Bianchi. And I think I actually said your name right, Raul, as well. Congratulations to you, sir. I am going to just make sure that I throw up on the screen there. That's the address that you have to contact. Let me know if you are one of the winners, and I will go ahead and sort you out with your license. Again, a big thanks to EO for making this available. It really is a great plugin. I'd actually used it a little bit before the actual in a previous video. I wonder if you know which one it was on the intro of a previous video. That is really, really nice library again in the future. So guys, be very, very well. One thing before I do go, look out on your feeds for tomorrow night, taking apart in an announcement of some really nice new plugins from one of my partners. I can't say who it is, but around about this, releasing a new set of plugins, which I've had my hands on for the last week or so and absolutely love them. So you should go out by me sometime tomorrow night for some really juicy plugins, especially if you're a keyboardist or a guitarist. This is as much as I'm going to say. I'm sworn to secrecy. I can't say anything else. Do take care of yourselves. Don't bite your fingernails. Make sure your family, and I will see you in the next video.